So, Dougie, obviously back in pre-season now, and the lads having had such a long time off, I guess it's presented various challenges. How have you been managing getting the lads back to full fitness in these first few weeks of pre-season?
Yeah, well, it's presented us with a lot of challenges. We've had lots of changes in preparation. We've planned and had to replan the pre-season, but it's all been good. It's been a good experience, and the boys have worked hard over the time off. Obviously, they've had voluntary sessions over the last 16 weeks building up to the pre-season, and then from there, a lot of them volunteered it, obviously, and they did really well in their fitness tests and in their strength work so far. So yeah, they're doing really well.
So has there been quite a bit of testing in these opening few weeks?
The way we've done it this year, and it's actually something I've wanted to do for quite a long time, where we flip reverse things, and we start off at a reasonably low level, almost like a preparation phase for 2 to 3 weeks, and then they build into where they're going to be doing more high intensity stuff. It's never really made sense to me why you come in off the biggest time of time off and lowest load, and then you go into the highest spike of load. So we've worked with the coaches. Thankfully, the coaching staff have been receptive towards it, and we've built them into it. So they've really just tested now. So yes, and we've had some good results.
And do you think this method should hopefully be conducive to perhaps a few less injuries? You hear horror stories about soft tissue injuries when people have been inactive for a little while.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of research and spoke to the Premiership clubs who have been in before us, and looked at other sports that had come back, and the increase in injuries, it was huge. It was fourfold in most injuries, and some nasty ones as well, like ACLs and Achilles tendon ruptures. So yeah, we had to really be careful with them, especially with the size of our squad. And yeah, I mean, strength and conditioning's changed so much over the time that I've been doing it, and now you're more than just somebody who puts out fitness programs and things on a board. You're working with the physios, and we're working to get people back who have had any niggles, or you're working on the latest research, you're working on strength, psychological factors, nutrition. So we've looked at all these areas, and we're trying to make a mini version of it for us, reflecting what they do in the Premiership.
Cool. And what does the next block of training look like for the lads?
So now they go into more where they can do slightly bigger groups, because we're testing, and they can work more on the teamwork. So what I wanted to do is, whereas we'd normally work with quite small groups, we'll work on the larger stuff, so that where we know exactly what we're doing as a team, and then we build up the speed from that and put the players under more pressure towards the latter weeks, rather than doing it in week one and building. We just really want to build good practice first, and then we put them under pressure in that practice towards the end of the pre-season.
There's potentially a bit of good news last week. I know none of us know when the season is definitely going to start, but I believe from talking to Steve that there's optimism for a January start date. Is that what you're sort of aiming for, to get towards match-ready fitness?
Yeah, I mean, we've had that in mind for a while. To be honest, like, the people at this club's been great. Like Steve and Tony, they've not made any false promises, and they've and Steve Oden, he's not said anything to the players other than what they knew. And when he said I don't know, he said I don't know. But we know roughly when we're going to start, hopefully, and we're working towards that time. Yeah, we've just been lucky to be a part of a club that's backed and said we're going to be playing rugby at some point. So yeah, January time is the hopeful start, and yeah, hopefully we'll go for that.
And then if it changes, just adapt to the plans as they come, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a slightly shorter pre-season this year than we do normally, and we'll look to peak around the end of pre-season, so week 9, week 10. And if that becomes when we play a pre-season game, then it's a pre-season game. If it becomes when we play a league game, then we play a league game. But yeah, we're looking to peak around that time, and then if we need to taper a bit and then adapt, we do. I think that's probably the theme of this pre-season, that we improvise, adapt and overcome.